The sunshine snaked through the branches of a pine tree and in through the uncurtained windows, edging beneath his eyelids and blooming in a pool of light on the bedroom floor, waking him. Bronfman thought, "That's pretty." Black coffee, a single scrambled egg, and a slice of buttered toast, a shower. The same thing he did every day, but this morning all of it was better. "We'll be sending you a packet," Carla D'Angelo told him. "Please look for it in your mail within 7 to 10 days. He assured her that he would. He did not tell her that he would be looking for it every day for the next 6 days as well, because the thought of getting mail of this magnitude was all-consuming. Bronfman walked out into the day and paused on his stoop, taking in the view, scanning for potential hazards. King's Manor was a compound of barracks-like apartment buildings surrounding a vast black swath of cracking asphalt. Parking lot lines had been hastily painted by hand. Strangers occasionally gathered in the parking lot at night. Bronfman saw them, half human, half shadow, laughing, spitting, pushing one another around in a playfully serious way. Beer cans littered what the manager of the complex called the green space, and that's exactly what it was, a space of green little more than a patch of grass, surrounded by a 1-foot-tall wrought iron fence. The dog pound was behind the last unit. All that separated the complex from the pound was a row or two of pine trees. His next-door neighbor was sitting on the stoop in front of his own apartment, in his boxers, his long, ropey arms dangling outside his sleeveless red T-shirt. He was, of course, smoking. He was always smoking. On this April morning, he looked a little cold. "Good morning, Tommy," Bronfman said. His neighbor's name was Thomas Edison, but he insisted on being called Tommy because then there wouldn't be any confusion between him and the inventor of the fucking light bulb. Still, Bronfman could not think of him as anything other than Thomas Edison. The day Bronfman moved to King's Manor, Thomas Edison volunteered to help him with the bed, the couch, a few of the boxes. Bronfman was thankful. Thomas turned out to be one of those men who knew how to angle a chest of drawers around a doorframe, how to find a wall stud to hang a picture, fix a persistent and maddeningly leaky faucet with a washer. Bronfman didn't. Bronfman didn't know how to do anything, really. He could work, eat and clean up after himself, buy new batteries when the old ones wore out, fill up his car with gas. But he didn't have Thomas Edison's vast knowledge of how things worked and what was wrong with them when they didn't. Bronfman could live successfully in a suburb of an American city. Thomas Edison could live anywhere. Anywhere. Give him a knife, a pack of matches, and a piece of string, drop him in the middle of a rainforest, and he could build a hut, make a fire, kill a boar. Considering how much his neighbor knew about the world, the real world, it surprised Bronfman when Thomas Edison told him that he didn't have a job. A man who could have done anything, Bronfman thought, and here he was, doing nothing. He was tall, strong, and shaggy. His goatee, as thick as bear's fur, could have been a full beard if he'd wanted it to be. When Bronfman tried to grow a goatee, his chin looked less like it was covered with hair than with metal filings. Thus the ability to grow facial hair was, to Bronfman, indicative of a manliness he had yet to and might never achieve. Sometimes Thomas Edison walked outside with his shirt off, beltless in tight-fitting, oil-stained jeans, Chinese tattoos, hard muscles, left arm half-tanned from short-sleeve driving. Again, this amazed Bronfman. He could not imagine going outside half-naked, not under any circumstances. But Thomas Edison wasn't perfect, not by a long shot. He stayed up late and had friends who came over and laughed and drank and kept Bronfman up sometimes for all hours, literally for all of the hours. People over there